Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Emzy here. In this video, I'm going to do a book review on Unlocking the Tarot, Create Your Own Keys by Lisa Papez. I read this book last month and I just wanted to share my thoughts on the book and what I felt about as I read it and everything, and if it's worth your time checking it out. So, yeah, let's just start telling you my thoughts. First thing I'd like to point out of this book is how beautifully illustrated the cover is. I think it's so well designed. It's so pretty. I really love it. It's really cool. And you've got all the elements of the suits here and everything, and it's just, yeah, really awesome. And on the back it says, turn the key to any card secret with one card. And this book is about expanding keywords on your tarot deck. So rather having just the name title of the card, you can put your own keyword towards it and how you associate with the meaning of that card. And I just thought this was a really interesting book. So let me just show you the contents of this. So in this book it has introduction, setting the record straight, about keywords, and then it goes into the major and minor arcana, and then the court cards, and then a chapter about certain cards that are quite similar and how they differ, and then making connections, and then card combinations. And then it has some tarot spreads to practice and take it to next level, conclusion, acknowledgements. We get a foreword about her, how Lisa related to tarot and how she got into tarot, and a bit about her. And then about how she threw her first guidebook in the trash. Just talking about her experiences of tarot, which was really interesting to read. I really liked reading about that. And it talks about what things you're going to need ahead. So you'll need a tarot deck. So I just picked this deck to write keywords on, because that's the whole point. This book's a bit like a project where you write your own keywords on your cards and everything. So she suggests a deck that you work with the most, but because I'm a perfectionist and I don't like writing on my cards, I purchased this deck specifically for that. So I didn't worry about marking cards with that deck because it was inexpensive. It's about £10 online, so I just thought that would do, because I could never do it with one of my favourite decks. I just can't. But she suggests that you should, because you can associate the imagery with the card you use all the time. So yeah, you need a marker pen to do that, and then a journal to leave notes if you want to write notes about this. So then this is just a chapter about how she was skeptical about cards and everything, and like predictions, and then she talks about common misconceptions, like your first deck must be a gift, you must be born with a gift to read tarot. Basically, this sums up that there is no rules, you can do what you want with tarot. So that was really interesting to read about that. And then this chapter's all about the keywords. And then talk about reversal as well, but you can kind of pick keywords that are neutral. That's what she tries to pick within this book. So you can see the positive and negative between that meaning of the word. So you don't have to worry about reversals, because the keyword would still work. Yeah, she talks about neutral keywords here. And then saying you're the boss, you can do what you want with your deck. And talking about how gender is irrelevant. And she says to write in this book. Again, I'm a perfectionist, so I won't do that. So I won't write notes all over this book. But you can if you want to. And she's saying there's no wrong answers. Just do what you want to do. So then it goes into the major arcana. She'll talk about the meaning of the card. And she'll actually, in this section, sorry, this one's about, she talks about the fool's journey as like a little story, so you can like read it all in one go, how it all relates. Each card is like a journey towards an ending and everything. So it goes through the fool's journey here with a character called Sarah. And then it's just really nice to just read that, really, because you can see the links between the decks and everything. And then she talks about the dreaded three, the devil card, tower card, and the death card. And then she talks about archetypes as well. And then we get on to what keyword she's picked for each card. So she talks about the meaning of the Fool here, and that she used risk as the keyword, and talks about the meanings behind the card, and does other suggestions here that you can pick, and does the same for all the cards throughout the major arcana. So go through all that first. And what I liked about the layout of this book is as you finish the major arcana, she then goes on to I really love the spread she puts in here. I've tried a lot of these. I do like them. It gives you like things that you can do, getting to know your major arcana keywords by playing with them and using tarot spreads and everything. And these are so good, these spreads. I really like these. So then, yeah, this is what I liked about the layout of this. When she goes into the minor arcana, she first talks about the elements associated with each suit, and then goes through each number of numerology and what that associates with. And I agree with all these keywords. As passion is what I see as fire, the wand suit, and feeling is the cup suit. I agree with that as well. And the air is thought, and earth is resources for the pentacle suit. So then she goes on to numbers here with the numerology. So like 1 or ace is potential, 2 is choice, 3 is growth, 4 is stability, 5 is disruption, 6 is harmony, 7 is predicament, and 8 is discipline. 9 is fulfillment, and then realization. And then she puts it together. So then she'll then start the one suit and then do what keywords she associates with the card, and then some suggestions with other keywords. So you go through each of the. So you go through the one suit first, then you go to the cups, then to the swords, and then the pentacle suit. I really liked how that was laid out, because you can really like think about the element and numerology associated with your own keyword as well. There's just extra layers there, so you can get to know your cards better. And then there's some more spreads here you can try out, which I really like as well. And then she goes on to the court cards. So she talks about what each the page, knight, and queen, king is associated with each element and everything. And then saying that gender is just an archetype. It's not, don't need to associate gender with any of those court cards and everything. And talks about like they're like personality cards. And a thing I did differently compared to what she says in this book is she suggests at the end of each court card to find a celebrity or a fictional character that you'd associate with, like the Page of Wands, for instance, and write that on your tarot deck. But I find that archetype sort of personalities associate better with me. So I end up picking like a enthusiastic as like the keyword on my card, because I find that is better for me when I'm reading. Like having a character just doesn't work for me, and a lot of the characters she suggests in this book, a lot of them I don't know, because I don't watch a lot of things on TV, to be honest. And she kind of says you can have people in real life if you want to, but I didn't want to do that either. So I just stuck with like archetypal characteristics of that court card. So what the like the Page of Cups is associated with being sensitive, and then you can get the extreme end of being fragile, and like Knight of Cups is romantic but can also be unreliable. And then as an explanation what each court card means as well. So I stuck with these sort of type of archetypal personality traits for my keywords. And yeah, that's the only thing I wasn't keen on. I understand why she's put that in there, because a lot of people associate with characters and that sort of thing. It's just, I find it easier just to think of an archetypal, like universal personality trait for me personally, but that's just, I just differ that way. And then you get some more spreads here, which are good. And in this section, it has which with the difference between certain cards that people can forget the meaning or they're quite similar. So Justice and Judgment, Hermit and Hanged Man, and what their differences are. So that was really interesting to read as well. I really like that. And there's quite a few here that she shows. And then she has a bit about making connections as well. So the Fool and the World, Magician and Strength, which I found really interesting to read. I really enjoy this book. I think this is a great like beginner book and everything. And then talking about what they have in common and everything like that. It's just so much thought out book. There's so much in here. I really do like the layout of how this is done. Rather than just having a random card, like you get in a lot of guidebooks, just, oh, this is the meaning, and then that's all you get. And this is really makes you like interact with your cards quite a lot. And there's like the 5-step method for reading tarot combos. So you're talking about tarot combinations and how they work and everything. So like intuition and fulfillment equals trust your gut and prioritize personal fulfillment. Just like how you would interpret a lot of cards in a reading. And also like mentioning how many elemental things come up in the spread. So like if a lot of cups come up, there's going to be a lot of emotion in that reading, that sort of thing. I just thought this was really good to have this in this. I really enjoyed reading this. And then there was common tarot spreads to practice as well, which I quite like too. So single card draws, daily advice, which I like to do in my journaling as well. And then evening reflections and what you need to be prepared for today and that sort of thing. So this is really well thought out. I really like all of these in here. I've yet to try them all, but I intend to use this more. So there's like a more in depth about this spread here, info here. And at the end, you just get breaking the rules of tarot. It's about learning the rules so you can break them, just up in your game, taking it to the next level rather than just having basic meanings and everything. And yeah, it's such a good book. And then there's acknowledgements at the end. So overall, I think this is a great book to learn from. And I know the meanings of tarot. I've worked with tarot for years. I've always read for myself and that sort of thing. But having this just really refreshed it in my mind. Like, what is my key word of a card, and why do I? And like, it's sort of like a jumping point in my brain. Like, oh, that keyword, like intuition for the High Priestess, and then I can just go off on a meaning straight away. Just like good at remembering things, and yeah, it's just such a good book. So let me show you the deck I put keywords on and show you what keywords I picked. This is the deck I used. It's very inexpensive. I just used a permanent marker Sharpie to write on these. So for the Fool, I picked beginning. I always think of, a new journey, that sort of thing. So beginning was quite a good one that I thought. Magician, I picked manifestation because I always feel like you're manifesting, that you've got all the tools there to manifest what you want and everything. And then for the High Priestess, I chose intuition. The Empress, I chose creation because with the Empress and Emperor, I really associate that with the earth. So rather than having another keyword, creation to me is all like the creation of life, like birth of ideas, actually like animals and that have reproducing and just like creation itself. So that's why I chose a different suggested keyword for the Emperor from the book, because I associate the Emperor with structure, because I associate like the forces of nature where a leaf has like veins on it, like we have veins in our body and how everything's interconnected. There's a structure in our universe. Things work a certain way. We have gravity and that sort of thing. We have rules in our universe that stay consistent. So there's structure within our lives. And that's what I associate more with the Emperor, as more of like the masculine side of nature. So that's why I picked structure for the Emperor, and that's why I have creation for the Empress, because that's like the male and feminine archetypal sides of the universe. So that's why I picked those for keywords. In Hierophant, I went for teacher because obviously Hierophant's got a lot of knowledge, and I like teacher because it's less like associated with this sort of like religion sort of look. And I liked teacher because it was a bit more neutral and like you see these people learning, someone with a lot of knowledge. So I just thought that was a better keyword for me. And the lovers, I picked commitment because like you're committing, because it's not just about, there's about choices you make in life and you commit to choices. I thought commitment was a good card to have, keyword to have for this card, because you're like in relationships, you're committing to someone and it sort of like hits all the areas, and I think commitment's a really good one. And then for the Chariot, I chose willpower because like to be determined, you need that willpower to get moving, get started, sort of thing. So that's what I chose for that one. In Strength, I did resilience because you need a lot of resilience to have the strength to overcome things and that sort of thing. And Hermit, I took introspection as my keyword. And then Wheel of Fortune, I picked change. Justice, I took accountability. Well, that was the one good one that was suggested in the book, because you have to be accountable for your actions and everything. And then Hangman, I picked perspective because I feel like with perspective, you like he's looking upside down, he's looking at things in a new way. And I know it's a waiting period. Like in her book, she recommended like suspension, like waiting for things. But I felt like perspective spoke more to me for the meaning of Hangman. And Death, I picked transformation. And Temperance, I picked moderation because you like normally I get this card when my life's out of balance, sort of thing, and I'm like, doing things too much, and I need to get back to moderation in my life. So that's why I picked that one. And the Devil, I picked temptation, where you're getting tempted by things that are not so good for you and or bad habits, that sort of thing. And for the Tower, I picked breakthrough. I thought that was a really good one, where you see the lightning coming down, breaking through this tower. It's like a breakthrough moment. Like it's neutral. It doesn't have to be a really negative card. Like something could happen that you don't like that's happening, but it's a breakthrough in like something you needed to happen to get to the next step in your life. Like say you lost your job or something, but then you found something better later on, and it was something that pushed you to get to the next part of your life. So I liked breakthrough for that. And then stars I was always associated with the hope card, so I just kept it as hope. And the moon I picked as unconscious because I like to delve into like the psychology of things, like hidden things underneath that you are not looking into, like your unconscious thoughts and actions and that sort of thing. It's all about like illusion in the darkness and everything, but I thought unconscious for me was more relatable. And the same with the sun, like the sun's all about joy and everything, but I liked the authenticity keyword because again, it's all about being you. Like you, to be joyful and happy, you have to be yourself. Got to be authentically you to enjoy life. If you're pretending, then it's not real, and that's why I picked that one. And I like rebirth for judgment because it's like you're looking back at your life and like you're getting reborn again, like a new stage in life. And then completion's a good one for the world. We like that keyword for that. And then for the minor cards, I have a couple of keywords on the Ace of Wands is because I put the keyword for the element that I associate the wands with. So this passion sort of suit, the fire suit. So I put that on each of the Ace cards. And also I put the numerology number keyword that I associated with the most, so potential. And then that's my keyword for the actual tarot card itself. So I have a bit more on the minor arcana just for the numerology. So for the Ace of Wands, I think it's like an inspiration. So you're getting inspired to do something. The potential's there for that action to take place. And then again, I've got the numerology and then what I associate with the tarot card here. So I've got choice as the numerology and then possibility as the Two of Wands. Sort of contemplating what you're going to, possibilities are out there for you. And then for this one, I've got action taking place. Like you're about to, it's all about growth. They're actually taking actions from like your passions and everything. Then I really liked milestone for this one, and stability is for number 4. It's like this here depicts a wedding, and that's a milestone in people's lives. Like people go through milestones all the time. You hit a point in your life, and you're like, oh yeah, I've achieved that goal, and you have a sort of temporary, like stable moment before you go on to the next thing. So I really like that keyword. And then I've put competition for the 5 of Wands, and disruption is for number 5. And then harmony for number 6, and then I put recognition here, getting recognised for things you're doing and everything. And then for the 7 of Wands, I put defense, like you're being defensive. And then predicament is for number 7. And then for the 8, I've put momentum, things are moving fast and everything like that. And disciplines for number 8. And then for number 9, I put fulfillment, and then persistence is my keyword for that. It's like not letting anyone get hold of that stick, very persistent. And then for this one, I loved burnout for a keyword, because like she says in the book, it's like a modern take on that card, and I really like that because a lot of people associate with the word burnout. People have it all the time, and like number 10 is a realization moment. Like when you actually burn out, you're like, yeah, I'm so burnt out right now. It's like you're realizing it. So that's why I picked that for that. So yeah, for the court cards, I didn't go with celebrities or like fictional characters or anything like that. I just picked like a personality trait associated with the Page of Wands. So I put enthusiastic. Knight of Wands, I put adventurous. Queen of Wands, I put confident. And the King of Wands, I put charismatic. Now on the cup suit, I picked blessing for this card, because a blessing could be a lot of things. It could be love, a relationship, that sort of thing. So it doesn't how it. So I liked how neutral that was. And that feeling is the water suit, and potential again is about the ace. So all the number things I put in the corner here are all the same as the other suit I just showed you. So I've got blessing for that keyword. And I picked connection for this keyword because you'd be connected not just to like a romantic person, partner or whatever. It can be like a business connection or just really getting connected to another human. So I just like that one. This one I'll put support. Like you have like a friendship group here and they're there to support you in things like that. I thought that was a good keyword. And then I've got stagnancy for this one, where you're sort of sitting there bored, like, oh, like, because your things feeling stagnant and you're not looking at the cup in the sky there. Thought that was a good one. And I put grief for the 5 of Cups. Put nostalgia for the 6 of Cups. And then for the 7 of Cups, I put imagination for my keyword, because you're imagining certain possibilities you could take, and you might not put action in those things you're thinking about, and you're stuck in your imagination. And I also associate like overthinking with this card, but I thought imagination was a good one. And I put divergence for the 8 of Cups, because you're diverting onto a new path, you like change direction. So I thought that was a good keyword she suggested in her book. And then I got gratitude for the 9 of Cups, because I like to put personal spins on things a little bit. So like you're practicing gratitude for everything you've achieved, everything you've got. Like it's very happy with all these cups there and everything. So I thought gratitude was a good keyword for me personally. And bliss is a great card for the 10 of Cups. I thought that was a great keyword, and that was suggested in the book. And then for the Page of Cups, I've put sensitive. Then Knight of Cups, I put romantic. Queen of Cups, I put nurturing. And the King of Cups, I put approachable. So my keywords for the sword suit is I've got idea for the Ace of Swords. I've got indecision for the 2 of Swords. I've got heartbreak for the 3 of Swords. I felt heartbreak could be not just within love, you could be heartbroken over anything happening in your life. I thought that was just a really good keyword to associate with that card. Like you're just devastated that something's happened, like, and obviously the 3 of Swords in a heart, your broken heart and everything. So that's what I picked for that one. And respite is a good one for the 4 of Swords, taking a time out sort of thing. And I put conflict for the 5 of Swords, because like even though you could look at any character in this card, and it's all about having conflict with other people, or even conflict within your own mind. It could be anything really. And then for transition, I picked for the 6 of Swords, where you're transitioning into a new thought pattern or something like that. And then for the 7 of Swords, I put rebellion, because sometimes when people rebel, it's not always a negative thing. A lot of people rebel when they're protesting, and then they get told they're being rebellious and everything, but they're doing it for a good cause. So I thought rebellion was quite a neutral word to have. Well, that was a good keyword. And then discipline was associated with number 8. And then I put overwhelmed for the 8 of Swords, because she's overwhelmed by her thoughts, and it's stopping her from getting out all these swords surrounding her, all these thoughts overwhelming. So I thought I love that one for that. Then I put anxiety for the 9 of Swords, thought it was a good keyword. And then I put endings for the 10 of Swords, like an ending of all these bad thoughts happening, but they're gonna. Well, to me, I associate like even if something bad's happening, it's not gonna last forever. That's why I put endings for here, because I feel like, because it's a number 10 card, it's like you've reached that point in your life and you're like, things are going to change now. That's why I liked endings for that one. Then the Page of Swords, I put inquisitive. The Knight of Swords, I put ambitious. The Queen of Swords, I put opinionated, because I think that's a good one for the Queen of Swords, that she can be harsh in what she tells you how it is, and what she thinks. Very opinionated personality. And then the King of Swords, I put strategic, thinking about everything ahead, and well, that's a good one for that court card. So then we're on to the Pentacles suit. So I put opportunity here, so it's like potential for an opportunity. And the 2 of Pentacles, I put balance, like you're juggling between things in your life, trying to get that balance. I thought that was a good one to have, that one. And for this one, the 3 of Pentacles, I'm in between work and collaboration, but I feel like collaboration was better, because it's a growth card and you collaborate with others to get the work done. I thought that was such a better keyword than just associating with just work. So I really liked that, because you need other people to grow, sort of thing. So I thought that was a good one. And then I've got security for the Four of Pentacles. Like you're very holding on to everything that you have, and you're very security conscious, and you might not want to part with it, and you might not want to do certain things because you're holding on to that security, you feel safe. So I thought that was a good keyword. And hardship I got for the Five of Pentacles. And then for the Six of Pentacles, I got reciprocity. I really struggle to say that word, sorry. But it's about give and take. Like they see this person giving, but it's everyone gives and takes in life. So I thought that was a good one to have for that. And then for the Seven of Pentacles, I have evaluation, sort of looking at everything you've done, all the work you've put in it, and evaluating your progress and everything. And this card, I was struggling to put. I love having an apprentice as a keyword for this, but I thought mastery was much better. That was suggested in the book. Because I just thought that was better. You're being master at your own skills, like for the Eight of Pentacles. But I do like having an apprentice, because I see it as an apprentice card anyway. But mastery, I thought, was a much better keyword, so put that down for my deck. And then for the Nine of Pentacles, I put indulgence for this one. Like you're indulging in the things, like the fruits of your labour, like enjoying luxury things, that like, oh, I deserve that because I've done this, sort of, treating yourself sort of cards. So I put indulgence for that keyword. And this one I struggled with, but I went with legacy because the Ten of Pentacles relates to family, you like passing on knowledge or things you've done to other people. And I thought like you're leaving a legacy behind, like all the things you've done in love, or all the people you associate with and everything. But I don't like the word legacy because I don't know, but I feel like it does associate with the meaning of that card, so that's what I put for the Ten of Pentacles. And then for the Page of Pentacles, I put diligent. The Knight of Pentacles, I put dependable. The Queen of Pentacles, I put comforting. And then for the King of Pentacles, I put wise. And I did use these cards with my keywords in January, because that's when I read the book. And I really quite liked the readings with my extra keywords and everything. But I just put this in order so I could show you what keywords I did. But I think this book's fantastic, especially it's like a little project you can do on your own. Just reinventing means again in your tarot, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good thing to do, and if you're a beginner as well, that's even better. You're putting your own personal take on the cards. My only criticism of this book is that in the audiobook, Lisa Papez does not narrate it, and I was so gutted when I downloaded it and it wasn't her speaking. I was like, no, because I'll watch her YouTube channel all the time, and I'd loved it if she actually narrated the book herself, like in the way she talks and everything. That's the only downside I have with this book, really. But I was just like, oh, I'll listen to it anyway, but I really would rather it would have been her that actually done the audiobook. But that's the only criticism I have for this book. I just think this is such a good one. And it's just refreshing the way it's been done. There's loads of guidebooks out there on how to learn the tarot, but I like this one because it's like a little project they can do, like writing your own keywords on cards. I just think it's quite fun. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this deck. I mean book, sorry. So I'm used to talking about tarot deck, sorry. Yeah, it's my thoughts on this book I read in January. I just think it's such a good one. So yeah, I recommend it. Thanks so much if you watched to the end and listened to me ramble on. And I appreciate if you like my content, if you like watching my videos, and please subscribe if you haven't already and you like my content. I really would appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.